Imagine building and testing cross-chain dApps without ever leaving your browser. No complicated setup. With Chainlink CCIP JavaScript SDK, you can use CCIP straight from Remix. You can transfer tokens and data cross-chain in minutes. Let me show you how. In this quick demo, I'll show you how to use the SDK. So let's take a look at that SDK now. All right, so here we have the NPM package for our JavaScript SDK. And this documentation is pretty thorough. It explains what it is, the features, how to install it, how to use it, right? So if we take a look here, you can install it just like any other NPM package. The usage, we'll be taking a look at something very similar to this in Remix here momentarily. And it even explains all of the different methods that are available within the API for this SDK. This documentation is fantastic, link down below. If you wanted to use this SDK in something a bit more complex, you can check out our documentation at docs.chain.link. Under CCIP, we have here a guide for using the CCIP JavaScript SDK. And this guide will take you through actually using the SDK with a front end as well. So you can see here an example of what that looks like. It'll allow you to transfer tokens using the SDK. It's a solid example, but for this tutorial, I wanted to keep things a bit more straightforward and focus on Remix. So here we have Remix, and I didn't know this until just recently, but you can run JavaScript straight from Remix. It's pretty cool. I'll show you how to do it. The first thing that we're going to need to do in Remix is enable the CCIP dependency. So up here, if you come to this little gear icon, you click on it, we have script configurations. If we scroll down, you'll see that Chainlink is here, and we can turn on Chainlink. This will give us the functions toolkit and the CCIP JS as well. So this will install these things for us into Remix. That's pretty awesome. Now, I've gone ahead and created a JavaScript example for us to use. The link to this gist will be in the description below. If we go ahead and just select all of this and we copy it over to Remix, we'll need to create a new file here. We can just call it ccip.js, and we can paste this in. Again, we'll get the comment Remix, hey, you pasted code, be careful what you paste. We can go ahead and accept and close that. And now we have our JavaScript file here. You'll be running it with this little run script button right here, but we're not there yet. Let's take a look at what we're actually doing. We'll walk through this code really briefly. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to import CCIP JS SDK, right? That's what we're using. We're also importing VM for creating our wallet. And also VM chains because we're going to be connecting to Sepolia. This script is going to be sending tokens from Sepolia to Avalanche Fuji. Specifically, we'll be sending USDC. If you don't have any USDC, Circle has a faucet that'll allow you to get some. The link can be found below. If you need native ETH on Sepolia or Link tokens, you can get those at faucets.chain.link. Again, link will be down below in the description. Cool, so let's take a look at this. We've got our imports. We'll be using CCIP to go from Sepolia to Fuji, as I mentioned before, and we'll be using the Sepolia router address. If you need to use a different chain, want to use a different chain, you can find those in the CCIP directory right here. We've got our router address hard-coded in, as well as the address for USDC and Link tokens. And we've got a chain selector for Fuji. Now, the chain selector is going to be how we identify the Fuji network within CCIP. Those are going to be network specific. So you need to make sure you check that directory for the right chain selector. We have the amount of USDC that we're going to be sending. In this case, it's 0.1 USDC. And then we've got some global variables here that we're going to be using. So we have our CCIP client, our wallet client, and our destination account address, which is going to be our wallet address. So we'll be sending this USDC from ourself on Sepolia to ourselves on Fuji. So we've got our first function here, which is going to initialize those global variables. Again, we're using our CCIP client here with the chain Sepolia, and then we'll create our wallet using window.ethereum. So this will actually pull MetaMask in and use the information from MetaMask, and we'll approve everything through MetaMask as well. If you wanted to do this without having any interaction with your wallet, you could do that using something like your private key. Again, I'm going to stick with just using MetaMask. I feel like it's a little bit safer in this example. So we go ahead and get our provider from our window.ethereum. That's going to be our wallet, in this case, MetaMask. Then we get the information for the Sepolia chain, and we get our accounts. So this will pull in our account there. If you haven't connected your wallet to Remix already, specifically for running JavaScript, it's going to prompt you for that. I put a little note in here because when I was testing this, I disconnected Remix from my wallet and it didn't prompt me, and it kept using a different address, and I wanted to use another one of my wallet addresses. And I realized that Remix has two different connections when you're using JavaScript. So there's the regular Remix connection for interacting with smart contracts. And then when we're using this JavaScript IDE, it connects via this Remix project org on github.io. So there's something to keep in mind. So we get our accounts and then we create our wallet. Once we've got our wallet created, we can then use that for approving the router. So what this will do is this will approve CCIP to spend tokens on behalf of you, the user. Right? So first we need to approve that we're going to send some USDC. We do that. And then we call approve router again for our link tokens. Once we've got both of those approvals, we will confirm that we have the correct allowance of USDC for this send. And then we'll go ahead and transfer these tokens. So again, we're going to call our CCIP client and we're going to call transfer tokens. We're going to pass in all the information that we need, including our wallet client, the router and token address, where we're sending it with our destination chain, an account, how much we're sending, and then we're going to be saying that we're paying with the link token. And then we have our main function here. And what it does basically is just walk through those steps, all those functions. I coded them in order, but this main function, it just goes through, initializes the globals, approves the router, gets our allowance, confirms our allowance, and then transfers the tokens, waits for the response. Once we get that response back, then we go ahead and have our message output here with the URL to CCIP so we can see it there. So I think this is really powerful because we can actually test CCIP straight from our browser here. If we were creating a smart contract that was using CCIP, we could then test it from our browser here. No other setup necessary. Let's go ahead and see how this works. So if we want to run this, again, we click this green play button right here. When we do that, I've got a couple wallets installed. We're using MetaMask for this one. It's going to ask me if I want to connect here. If I haven't connected before, I'll say, yes, I want to go ahead and connect. And now we are asking for that approved for USDC. It's really nice, I think, because I've got it so you can see the logs down here, what is actually happening with each step. So we'll confirm for USDC. It's going to take a moment while Sepolia does its thing. And so for each of these waiting periods, I'm just going to use the magic of editing and speed things up for you. So it may take longer on your end. If you're sitting here and it's not doing anything, that's what's going on. All right, you can see now that we're calling the approve router for link. So we'll go ahead and confirm that as well. Once that approval goes through, you can see here we have our allowance that we've set and we're calling transfer tokens on USDC. So we'll confirm this and we can see here that we've got our transaction. If we go ahead and take this link here, open up a new tab, paste it in, we should see our transaction here waiting for finality. So once this is completed, we'll have our success and we'll have sent our tokens, that 0.1 USDC from Ethereum Sepolia to Avalanche Fuji. So for the purposes of this tutorial, this is where we're going to leave off. CCIP will now go through finality. It'll go through all of the checks and our tokens are going to show up on the Avalanche Fuji side of things. So with that, you've seen just how easy it is to use the CCIP SDK in your browser using Remix. You can do all of your development right there if you're just starting out with a project or if you want to do something quickly and you don't want to deal with all of the setup of setting up something like Foundry or Hard Hat project. So hopefully this was useful. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll catch you in the next one.